Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Cousins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Aaron Jones, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just take a seat, and the driver will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings! I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. One play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. To just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up the third down.
And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more a priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Lawrence will throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what I see so far in this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away.
Deontay Hardy back deep.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And some space here. And finally, he's taken down at the 18.
125 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
The ultimate speedster showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the run. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now here's Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and goal, Cousins.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. Cousins to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
They'll run forward with Pollard. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Tony Pollard, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So problems there on the return, very costly, not what you need when you just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
Cousins on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they've picked him off already in this opening half.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, New York.
They go play action with Lawrence. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the 1st half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Cousins. Got a man, that's Richie James. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Martin Emerson
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
Running the counter, Patterson.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Again, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence.
And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. George Pickens, his third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. In motion right here comes Johnson. Cousins taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Early down steps will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this game, has got to be priority one.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On play action, Lawrence. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15. CDA, it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Cousins throw into the hands here of Hardman. So 8 yards on the completion there, and now 3rd down and 6 to go. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. To throw, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he has a big gain inside the 30 before being dropped. They give him a gain at 37.
So often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
A first down throw for Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by DJ Reed. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line.
Now Cousins. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carlos Basham in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here. And
by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Now on 2nd and 13, Lawrence. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's in person or just offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Cousins.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
Come on.
First down. Here's Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They'll throw again. Cousins. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. 39 yards there, a big one.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Mecole Hardman, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Yeah.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Prescott looks to throw right away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. And it backfired with the interception. And no lack of bravado from that sideline. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Carr. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football. Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut him down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate. Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking deep for Hilton. And got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott swinging this out for Pollard. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And again, it's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. T.Y. Hilton from 21 yards away. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in Vegas. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, if they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now on 2nd and 13, Carr. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Micah Parsons drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Prescott on 1st down. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Prescott. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. Touchdown, Cowboys! CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks in the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Micah Parsons.
What a start to this ball game. Still in the 1st quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits.
15-0 our score is the NFL on EA.
There the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Adams the man in motion right. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. And it's complete to Adams.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Davante Adams, 48 yards.
And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
3rd and long for Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Fourth down, Prescott.
Open man ram, it's complete. Finding room at midfield.
Past the 20. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
They'll try and throw for it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone.